Hi guys, welcome back to LPB Racing for the Super Formula Championship on GT Sport. This is race 3 of our round 4 special event. We are at Sardegna, as you can see at the top of your screen there, Sardegna Road Track B. And let's just take you through the grid then. So it's all of the finishing order of the last race, but we've got the tyre compounds to think of in this race, with it being the pit stop. So Neil Farmack on pole position then with maximum weight. He's got the medium tyres on. Then it's Gummy Bear second with the super soft tyre on, so radical strategy for Gummy Bear there. Callum third with the mediums on, fourth Rodders with mediums, Keith fifth medium tyres. So they're all the ones with weight on as well. So from first to fifth we've got 200 kilos, 160, 120, 80 kilos, and then 40 for Keith. Bidzster, after the shenanigans in the last race, gets 6th place. He starts on the mediums also. TY mediums 7th. 8th, Seat 1, 9th, Techno, they're on mediums as well. Mediums for Firepower in 10th. Then we've got Homesick Alien on Super Softs in 11th. Growly at 12th on mediums, and Thundercats has made it in for this last one. He's on the medium tyre as well. So let's get on with the race then here at Sardegna. 27 laps of this race. First time we've been to Sardegna in LPB Racing. So we're getting ready for the lights to go on. You see the lights on the top of the screen. And we're off green. Go, go, go. Keith gets a terrible start. He goes backwards. Callum's coming through the grid, so's TY from the back as well. There's Neil Farmack defending from Keith into the first corner. Bidzster's already up to 6th place. He's right behind Rodders now. Everyone else sort of makes the way through the first corner. Incident free. Good to see Keith's right back down in 11th. He's gone right backwards after that start. Bidzster and TY side by side. Into the next corner, TY with the inside of Rodders, can't quite do it. Is he doing it? Bidzster goes right around the outside of both of them. Incredible move by Bidzster, gets the inside for the next corner. Inside goes Bidzster, Rodders goes wide, TY's going to follow him through in 5th place. And then Rodders gets passed by Seek as well. So Rodders going backwards here, whereas Gummy Bear's got a right lead on him. As Bidzster then goes up the inside of Neil Farmack into the next corner. Gets that moved on, Neil Farmack gets passed by Callum as well. Rodders and Seek battling out behind Neil and TY side by side. TY goes around the outside of Neil Farmack. So Neil's going backwards with that weight on here. As everyone else there, Techno up the inside of Rodders as well. So Rodders with that weight on not helping as well. Going backwards here. Keith in 9th place. He's made up a couple of places there. There he goes. Thundercats just taking a bit of a shortcut there. Everyone away well as we've got a few cars off at the back. Growly, Homesick and Firepower. They've all gone backwards. So we'll get some replays on what happened to them now. At the start, so going up towards the first corner here. Everyone, Constantina's up, brake, and then Homesick gets stuck, and then he gets stuck on the curb there, and then ends up getting stuck on the curb, has to reverse the car off the curb and then get going. So a terrible start to Homesick's race. Here's a replay what happens to Firepower. So focusing on Firepower's car here, going up towards the next corners, up to turns 4 and 5, towards the hairpins. Then we just go into the corner way too fast, and then just get on the gravel and then spin the car round. So we're facing backwards now. Luckily we find reverse and then first gear and we get going. As we come back from that, then Gummy Bear loses the lead. Bidzster takes the lead from Gummy Bear. So Bidzster in the lead of the race then. Gummy Bear down to 2nd. TY is 3rd. Remember these two, TY and Bidzster lights in this race. Gummy Bear with TY having a look at the inside. Can't quite do it. Neil Farmack can see. Oh, they're all bullying each other. Even the teammates are bullying each other here. Seek goes to the inside of Neil Farmack, bang, 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 have that, takes onto the grass, and Neil goes back past him, but then goes onto the grass himself. Then Neil goes backwards down to 8th, 9th, even, as Techno goes around the outside of him. Oh, incredible. As Rodders has a look at Seek, Keith has a look at Rodders. Oh, they've got 2 cars off in the background, Techno, and I think we've got a few other cars off as well. Techno, Thunder, and Neil off. So everyone's gone off there, so we'll get a replay on what happened to that as well. Okay, here's a replay of what happened between all those incidents back there then. So it was, they see Neil going off, and then we just avoid Neil, then going into the next corner. Watch here, we brake here, very hard on the outside for not much reason, and Neil has nowhere to go, so does Thunder, and then they all get caught up. So I don't know why Techno braked that hard on the outside really, but he sort of caused that incident. Okay, here's a look at that now from on board with Thunder. So going down the hill, watch here, see Techno and Neil almost get very close to hitting each other there. Then watch Techno's car, the black one ahead, brakes on the left hand side, then just brakes very, very hard, almost brake test Neil and Thunder, and then they all end up going off. So yeah, weird one that one. As meanwhile, out at the front then. Bidzster out front on the medium tyres, leading the race. TY second place. So Bidzster's the 106.7 there. TY then in second. Callum third with the weight on. So is Gummy Bear in fourth. Rodders fifth. Seat 1 sixth, and Keith having a look at the inside. Keith going to the inside of seat 1. Can't quite make it, so he bails out into the corner. Homesick has a little go there as well. Remember, Homesick is light and he's got super soft tyres on, so he's going for the grippier tyre earlier in the race as Grally comes up and has a good run. Again, can't quite do it there as well, as we're looking further back. Neil and Thunder sort themselves out in 13th and 12th place, but not where Neil Farmant wants to be in this race. Rodders goes wide, and Seat goes past him as Homesick goes wide in the background, and Growley's alongside him as well. Homesick puts Growley in the wall. Oh, I don't think that was intentional, but Homesick lifts off, and Growley then goes through into 8th place, so he does realise what he's done there, so good on Homesick. As Growley then, actually, he got past but then makes a mistake, and then Homesick goes through, so Homesick did back off and let the position go. There's Firepower there in 11th place. Don't think he's suiting this track, he's just had gravel on his tyres there. As meanwhile, for the lead of the race then, TY right behind Bidzster. TY's reeled in Bidzster here. So this is going to be a good ding-dong battle between these two, I can sense it. Bidzster and TY close together on track again. Callum can't quite keep with them because of the weight, unfortunately. We're there 4th, Seat 5th, Rodders 6th, Keith 7th. So Keith looking to come back in this race after his horrible start. Growley there in 9th, he's got Techno closing up on him as well, so Techno closes up in the Skidmark Honda. Catch up to Growley in the independent Honda. Right behind him, really close into the next few corners, into the banked left, sort of a hairpin that's longer really, and then down the hill, catapult down the hill. Lovely track, this Sardinia track, as Rodders then defends off Keith, defends the inside up Keith, a little tap to the back, but no harm done there. Meanwhile up front, Bidzster and TY, nose to tail, here we go, classic Bidzster TY. TY goes to the inside, Bidzster goes to the outside. No one using boost yet. TY fastest lap of the race then, 1:05.8 he did on the other lap. Wow! As Bidzster then tries to go around the outside of him. Whoa, he does! Bidzster keeps his position around the outside. Fantastic racing there between them two. Brilliant stuff as we see Rodders, Keith and Homesick all close to each other. Homesick looking to get some more positions back up the inside of Keith. Keith right behind Rodders as they all slow down for the corner and they all say, oh no, after you. No, after you. Really good stuff. Homesick, definitely the man with the pace here, because he's on the super soft tyres, needs to make them work, because he's on the mediums after. And close up to each other. Meanwhile, Bidzster and TY still together out front. Oh, Bidzster makes a mistake there, TY goes to the outside. He's on the wrong side for the next few corners. Bidzster gets the inside, but TY go for the switchback, can't do it. We're having a little slide there as we see Rodders there going through in 6th, Keith 7th, Homesick on the outside in 8th, trying to go through. Keith gets the inside, locks up a brake. Homesick goes round the outside of him. Good racing room there by both of them, but Keith loses out there. Meanwhile, back to Bidzster and TY out front. Bidzster looking in his mirrors, just double checking on TY's position, not going for the move that time is TY. But Bidzster almost runs wide on the way out the corner, but just gets away with it there. Callum there in 3rd, Gummy 4th, Seat 5th, Rodders in 6th with Homesick right behind him now. Rodders defends the inside, Homesick goes to the outside. He'll have the grip to go around the outside if he can brave it, and he's already ahead. Rodders not giving up into the corner now, keeps the inside line, and Rodders, Homesick just says stuff you, going right round the outside here. And Rodders then slows up, Keith starts to slow up, and Techno's right on these boys now. Techno closing up to the inside of Keith, can't quite do it yet. So, Rodders goes wide, and then they both go through, so they both make up one position, but Techno might be able to make up 2 because he's right behind Keith here, but can't quite do it. So Techno, will he have a go down the hill then? He's on the boost, he's right behind Keith, into the 90-degree right-hander. Techno outbrakes himself, hits Keith, but luckily he slows down, lets Keith rejoin, and Rodders says, thank you, I'll take that back. As we look ahead, Bidzster and TY side by side for the lead of the race then. Bidzster slides his way into the first corner, and TY, he just about gives TY some room there. TY goes to the outside of him. Bidzster on the inside, both on the same compound of tyres, both really light. This is going to be a ding-dong battle this to the end of the race. Bidzster keeps the inside line, defends, goes to defensive again. TY tries the outside line, or he's going to try the outside and do a cutback, try and get a good run down the hill, but can't quite do it. Gummy Bear's going backwards in fourth, Seek's catching him up at a rapid rate of knots because Gummy Bear's tyres are going off. There's Homesick in sixth, Keith seventh with Techno still behind him. Techno still can't quite get past Keith yet. Into the inside, and Techno can't quite do it again. Yeah, so there's Neil Farmack, he's up to 11th place now. Growly's going backwards here, and Thundercats is still in 13th place. But meanwhile, back to the leaders, and Bidzster and TY are still battling out for the lead of this race. TY right behind him, Bidzster goes defensive, he's on the overtake just to max speed with TY, just to make sure he can keep the defensive line alive on the inside. Into the first corner, will TY go around the outside of him? No. Will he go for a switchback? Can't do it. Bidzster defends the place again. Again, Bidzster proving he's one of the hardest people to pass in LPB racing. He will defend for the last of his honour. TY says, I'll take the last of your honour. I will get past you if it kills me. Right behind Bidzster, pushing him along. To the outside goes TY, going for a switchback, gets on the curb, but Bidzster gets good traction out the corner anyway. TY is closer for a move down here, but Bidzster keeping to the right hand side of the circuit, not making it easy for TY because the next corner is a right-hander. Bidzster defends, but then goes wide, captures the gravel, and TY, has he got through? Yes! TY gets through, but Bidzster then slots it back up the inside. Have that! Straight back up the inside again. Trying to keep the room, but TY still keeps ahead. Brilliant racing. Bidzster not giving him an inch as he goes over the curb. TY goes over the curb as well. Into the draft. Bidzster uses a tiny bit of overtake just to boost the speed a little bit. To the outside. But TY's got the defensive line. Bidzster will try the outside again. He's done it once before and he does it again. Brilliant stuff there from Bidzster and TY. Fantastic racing. We'll check back in with that in a little bit. But Homesick there is catching Gummy Bear. Gummy Bear's tyres are going off now because Seat 1's got the position there. So Gummy Bear back down to 5th. Then further back we've got Keith still holding on to 7th in front of Techno. Techno using a lot of his boost very early in this race. And that's why he wants to catch and pass Keith. Straight to the outside on the overtake. And uses the overtake boost to cleanly get past Keith. Now he's got to try and keep the position. So Keith then slows down in 8th. So Keith down to 8th place. Techno takes 7th. But he's got to make that boost last the whole race, remember. To Bidzster and TY then, they're catching Thunder and Growly I think to start lapping them in a little bit, so that's how much pace they've got in this race. Bidzster goes wide, TY goes even wider. Oh, practically grass cutting in that Super Formula. These cars are amazing around this track, the handling and just the course layout is phenomenal for these cars. Perfect car and track conditions as well, and it's proving out to make great racing as Bidzster defends the inside from TY, then felt like he had to do it. TY will go for the switchback. Bidzster gets on the power. TY gets on the power rather early as well, but Bidzster just has enough in that right hand corner to then cover the left. Now they've got traffic. They've got to think about this. Bidzster defends from TY. They're sort of taking up quite a lot of the track, and that's not going to help when it comes to Thunder and Neil because they're battling out for positions as well. And I think Neil's gone on the gravel there. I think a little bit ahead. Blue flags waving there, so they'll know that they've got the leaders approaching them from behind. Bidzster then goes through the middle, or tries to go through the middle, gets up the inside of Neil Farmack anyway, moves right out of the way, and Thunder moves that far out of the way, he goes on the gravel. So Neil gets past Thunder in the background then, and they just about deal with that traffic. Obviously the leaders came up on them very quickly there, but they just about survived. It's back to Homesick and Gummy Bear. Homesick gets past Gummy Bear. They're both on the super soft tyres, but Homesick's got more pace at this stage of the race as Gummy Bear proves there with a massive tank slapper. Meanwhile, the leaders then, lap 11 of 27. Remember, you can't pit on the first 2 laps, which you've already way past, and you can't pit on the last 2 laps. The last lap to pit is 25. And you've got to use the medium tyres, so these guys are on the medium tyres already, so they're okay. So they'll go to a softer compound tyre at their pit stop. Whereas the other guys will probably go to the medium tyres that are on the super soft or the soft tyres. Look at the data there, down the hill. Bidzster and TY, Bidzster using a little bit of boost just to get a bit of a gap from TY there. Through up the last bit of the track, this is where Bidzster's got the pace in this bit. He go around that corner very nicely there. TY follows him. Goes to the the lines as Neil Farmack and Thunder getting out of the way of Callum, because Callum's coming through in the lead. Even though he's got second, even though he's got like third place weight on, he's still got some good pace in this race. Just makes you think what he would be capable of without the weight. But Thunder gets 12th place back as he mows the grass in the background. Can't seem to keep it on the track. Likes going on the grass. There's Callum then. Thought he was going in the pits then, but doesn't quite do it. Seat 1 coming up in 4th. He's actually catching Callum now at a rate of probably a second a lap. So that'll be a nice little battle to watch later on. Homesick in 5th. Gummy Bear, into the wall in 6th. Just runs too wide there. I think those tyres have had enough. He might be pitting now. No, he's not. He's still going to go around. But I think those tyres have just about had it. But the medium's holding up very well here. There's Keith. Rodders. Firepower all a bit more spread out now. Growly in 11th. There's Thunder and Neil. They're back in 12th and 13th. But the main battle on track is still Bidzster versus TY. Bidzster's got a bit more of a gap over TY now. TY obviously got held up by a bit of traffic there or made a mistake. Out of the long right-handers, getting on the power over the curb there, very close to track limits there for Bidzster. It's very close for most people, I would imagine, because that's a very easy corner to get track limits on, especially on the exit of that corner. That could spell disaster or ruin your race if you did that too late in the race, but Bidzster looks like he's okay for now, and so does TY, so they're covered with the track limits very well as TY catches up then. So in this first sector, TY definitely having the pace to catch up. Bidzster has to defend slightly, turned in slightly earlier to the corner just to make sure TY isn't going to go for any dives or anything. Just making sure he blocks the apex off just so TY can't do it, but it's all done very fairly. Down the hill we go. Down into the descent, 170 mile an hour plus, into the braking zone, all the way down to second gear at 70 miles an hour. Then up the hill, again on the power. This is where Bidzster pulls away a little bit. Bidzster very good through this section here. It's on the power, very smooth. To the last corner, TY closes right up on Bidzster, then gets a phenomenal run through that last corner, and he's now alongside Bidzster. He's not using any overtake, so TY obviously still hasn't got overtake available, but Bidzster there on the inside, TY to the outside. Oh, Bidzster catches the curb, slides the car, and TY goes through, but well held there by Bidzster. What a slide that was, but TY through, and Bidzster's immediately on the overtake to try and keep the gap, but Bidzster just took too much curb there on the inside of the car, bit, and what a hold, but TY takes the lead then. Bidzster's now going to see what he can do here to see if he can close the gap. TY's tyres a little bit more fresh, that's why I'm just hopping between the cameras, guys, just looking at the tyre graphic at the bottom. So look at TY there, watch his graphic change as we go to Bidzster. Now, Bidzster's just got slightly more front wear on his tyres. That's just driving styles as TY then goes up the hill with Bidzster right behind him. This is where Bidzster's quite fast through this section. Right behind TY, practically pushing him through this section now. Right behind him as we go down to the next corner. Got to watch the turbulent areas returning. We don't want to run too wide here as they both take perfect lines. Bidzster goes a bit too wide there, but he's right behind TY now, pushing him along. TY gets a penalty, and so does Bidzster there because they both ran wide. Bidzster takes his, and TY takes his at the same time, so very fair there. But TY had a second, and Bidzster had half, so they both took the penalties there and there. Very fair stuff, very fair. TY there, second place. Callum third, Seat 1 fourth, Homesick still in 5th place, Techno's in 6th still, doing a good job there in 6th. Gummy Bear's down to 7th now. Those super softs are not going to last much longer. Gummy could do with pitting now and getting on the medium tyres because they'll definitely take him to the end, but I don't think he's going to. He's going to still stay out there and suffer on that softer rubber. As Keith goes around in 8th, and not the best track for Keith this, still doesn't know the track very well. Rodder's in 9th as we go back to the leaders. Then Bidzster makes a mistake there, and TY goes through. I thought they must have been battling while we missed that, but TY then gets through into the lead. Bidzster in second. As Bidzster then gets to the inside again, and goes into the inside of the last corner. Doesn't run wide that time though. TY goes back on the inside. On the overtake goes Bidzster. TY not using any of his. Bidzster on the outside, TY on the inside of the yellow car, Team Marlborough in the inside, Williams on the outside. Oh, close! As together round the round that first corner side by side. You don't see many people do that. Still side by side. They might even be able to do a full sector side by side here. Bidzster still keeping it round the outside. TY to the inside. Has Bidzster got it for this next corner? No. TY gets the lead. Good move there from TY. Just managed to shuffle Bidzster down eventually. And there's Firepower just behind him. Down the hill. Into the compression. 170 mile an hour plus. Into the brakes. Into the braking zone. Out of the corner, both just catching a bit of the gravel there. Good stuff. I think we've had a car in the pits. That's a car going slow out the pits. Just trying to see who it is. It's Thunder, I think. Yep, Thunder's been in for new tyres. So Thunder's gone off the medium tyres onto the soft. So pit stop's starting to happen now. Rodder's into the pits in 10th place. So a few people thinking about it now as we look back to the leader. Sorry about the camera changes, guys. Just trying to see who's where. As TY and Bidzster side by side. Bidzster gets head on the straight. TY, does he go for the inside? No. Decides to stay behind Bidzster. Bidzster avoids that curve this time. But then subsequently runs a little bit wide, but gets away with it, which is good. That's 17 and 27 now. More than halfway into this race. And we're looking very good here for a good finish. There's TY! Oh, on the curb. Sideways. But that woke him up. But to just do what Bidzster did at the first corner there, took too much curb and slid the car almost 45 degrees sideways. Meanwhile, Homesick's in for his pit stop off those super soft tyres, and he can go on to a set of the mediums. Out of the pits he goes. Let's see where he rejoins. 6th place, just behind Techno there. So there's a fresh set of medium tyres now for Homesick to take him to the flag. As back here we've got Gunnerbear there in 7th. Keith's in 8th for the medium off the medium tyres to go on to a set of supers. So good stuff there from Keith as Bidzster then now. Was anyone pitting yet? Bidzster's in. TY goes round. So that's the important thing. TY goes round. See if he can do a fast lap and try and keep Bidzster ahead as Keith comes out in 9th, just behind TY who's just lapped him. So Bidzster then off the medium tyres, onto a set of the super softs. Off the jacks, off we go, out the pit lane. Just rejoins behind seat 1 and Callum. So seat 1's caught up to the back of Callum here. And they're both on the medium tyres, but Callum's got more weight on than Seek. Callum trying to keep himself ahead. So TY there, out, he's just coming down the hill. So he's going to try and do what he can to try and hold Bidzster off as Bidzster's out the pits, but he's got traffic. Not good for Bidzster, he's got traffic and he's just going straight round seat 1, straight round seat 1 he goes. Remember, that's the difference between fresh tyres and old tyres, and he's on super softs. Goes to the inside of Callum, gets Callum past as well, past them like they're going backwards. Bidzster on the best outlap of his life here, is going to try and do what he can do. TY then comes into the pits to respond to Bidzster. In goes TY, Gummy Bear's in further back as well. So all the pit stops happening right here, right now. Here comes Bidzster around the last corner. Whoa! Taking all the line he can there. TY still in the pits, he's up on the jacks. TY's coming out now, but Bidzster's gone through into the lead. There's TY. Seat goes through as well. And Callum's coming to the pits behind, but it is Bidzster in the lead of the race then. Oh, he must have made a little mistake there. I think he's hit someone. Or did he? There must have been contact there between someone, so someone's gone slow. So we'll just get a replay on that. Here's a replay what happened between Bidzster and Rodders on lap 19 then, so we're into the first corner. Rodders has to slow right down because his tyres are dying and Bidzster just approached with too much speed. Bidzster held his hands up afterwards and said that was his fault, but he did back off, but Rodders said no, keep going, it's fine. So all's well that ends well. As we come back from that then, Bidzster takes the lead of the race. TY out in 3rd. He will be second in a minute because he's going to get past seat 1 in a minute because seat 1's on an old set of medium tyres. He should be coming in soon, but this is not helping TY's chances here. Into the next corner, he still can't get back past seat 1. He's got to get past him sooner rather than later. Looking left, looking right, still can't do anything. Seat 1 can keep pressing his overtake. TY's still not used anyways yet, so I don't think he's actually got a button assigned for it, which will not help him. There he goes, oh, just about around the outside, carries the speed around the outside, C1 tucks in for the draft, but TY then up to 2nd place. Game on then between Bidzster and TY, but Bidzster's on the super soft, TY's on the soft tyre, so TY's got a slightly harder compound tyre on than Bidzster. Bidzster's gone for the super sticky, super soft tyre. So we'll see which one's going to be best as the race progresses. So Seek there in third, Callum fourth after his pit stop. Homesick's been into the pits as well, he's in fifth. Techno, he's been in the pits as well, he's sixth. Growl is still not pitted yet, but he will have to at some point. He's still on his super soft tyres that he started the race on. There's Gummy Bear then in eighth. Oh, he's sliding past Keith. Medium tyres for Gummy, super soft tyres for Keith. They've both pitted in the last couple of laps as well. Keith is looking happy to stay behind Gummy Bear for now. Gummy Bear on the move. Both on the overtake. Keith trying to close up, he's got draft and boost here, closing right up, going towards the outside. Will Keith trying to go around the outside of him on the brakes. Round the outside, oh, maybe going for a switchback, but a bit of contact there, but Gummy holds the position. Seat one into the pits then from third. Oh, Bidzster goes wide at the first corner, TY then looks to get a position back, but can't do it. Bidzster defends immediately after he senses the danger of being vulnerable from that mistake. Seek one out of the pits then. Where's Callum? There he is. Going to be close between Seek and Callum here. Callum's got the overspeed into the first corner. Up the inside he goes. Third place is Callum's. So Callum then resumes in third. Seat one in fourth. But Seat one's a lot lighter than Callum, and they're both on the same tyre, so we'll see what happens here. But can Callum hold off the mighty Seat one? The Belgian looking for a podium place if he can get one. Down the hill, Seat one goes to the outside, Callum on the inside, and this is the weight penalty not helping Callum out at all. To the inside, Callum very late on the brakes, does not give up there. Third place is still Callum's. Meanwhile, up front, Bidzster then just getting rid of a penalty that is just acquired at the last corner. TY goes around the outside, but Bidzster defends the inside. No, you do not. But TY gets on the power, side by side through the next few corners. Bidzster defends the inside harsh. TY goes to the outside to try and get the inside for the next corner, but oh, switchback! TY does a marvellous switchback, but Bidzster keeps on the inside block. TY's got it. Fabulous switchback there from TY. Just led Bidzster in with a bit of bait, and Bidzster bought the bait, and TY gets ahead. And they're catching each other up now, side by side. TY on the inside, Bidzster goes for a cut back on TY. Schooled out of that as Gummy Bear goes off. Just there as well, Gummy Bear goes off, puts too much power on and spins the back of the car around as he was trying to battle with Keith there. So Gummy Bear goes back down and Keith has a bit of breathing room here. Now how hard is Keith going to make this for his teammate? Oh, Bidzster goes, caught Keith up at a right rate of knots there, so Keith must have lifted off and timed it well. So good job there by Keith, and he's got TY coming up behind him now. Now, how much will Keith hold up TY here? Because they are his teammates with Bidzster. The first corner, Keith sportingly lets TY go through, so doesn't bother to hold TY too much. Sportingly lets TY go through, and Keith showing that he's one of the fairest guys in LPB racing with us. So good job on Keith. So TY and Bidzster still battling it out then as Callum and Seek then. Seek's ahead of Callum, inevitably, because he's got a lighter car than Callum. So Callum back into fourth position then. Homesick is in fifth. He's on the medium tyres, but could he catch Callum before the end of the race? Because Callum did the 108 last time. Homesick into the 106s now, getting used to these tyres finally. 107s consistently down the board though, so good job there by Homesick. Techno in 6th, Growl is 7th, he's still not pitted yet. The last lap to pit is 25, so he will have to do it soon. As he gets on the overtake down the straight. Keith in 8th, Gummy Bear back in 9th after that little hot spin we just saw earlier. 10th for Rodders. He's coming up, I think is he coming up to lap Neil Farmack? He is. Neil Farmack falling really far back in 13th place. There's Firepower in 11th. He's about to be lapped by someone, I think. So he's got blue flag showing. Thundercat there in 12th, and Neil all the way back in 13th. Miserable race for Neil. Full weight, but yeah, miserable race for Neil. But meanwhile, TY and Bidzster having a phenomenal fight up front here. And remember this race as well, double points are available in this race. That's why people are fighting harder for this one. Double points on the board for this one race only of the season. That's what we do in our special events. We like to spice things up as TY gets held up by Thunder. Bidzster looks on the inside of the opportunist. Looks on the inside. TY's going to go to try and get Thunder here, and Bidzster's going to the inside of TY, but then backs out of it. Thunder goes wide. He's let TY through. What about Bidzster? He's on the inside of him. Bidzster just about gets through past Thunder as well. He does not want to lose any time to TY if he can avoid it. Onto the overtake to try and gain back the speed he lost. 25 and 27, last lap to do the pit stops. Has Growley pitted yet? Don't think so. So we'll have to see. If he doesn't pit before lap 25, he will be DQ'd from the race. So we'll see what happens there for Growley. But meanwhile, TY defends the inside from Bidzster. Bidzster looks to the outside again. These two have been at it all race, and it's been brilliant to watch. Just slightly catching the gravel there for Bidzster, looking for the widest line possible to then get the power on earlier out the corner as TY puts the wheel in the gravel. That's not going to help. The current to Growley now. The guy that's not pitted yet. TY closes right up to him. Onto the power, go up the hill. Growley's in the way. He's going to moves out of the way and lets them both go. Good sporting gesture there by Growley. And Bidzster closes right up to the back of TY here. Right behind him, practically pushing him along. TY a bit more fast to that last corner though, but was that a track limits by TY? Bidzster gets on the power right behind him in the draft. No, it wasn't. Bidzster snaps out to the inside into the corner. TY goes for the switch back and gets the position back. Bidzster on the outside, brilliant racing. Round the outside goes Bidzster, but TY's got the inside line. Will he do a swap into the hairpin? No, TY keeps defending the inside. TY says, I've got you sus, Bidzster. I know your tricks. I've been racing you for that long now. I know what you're going to do. But Bidzster says, no, you don't. I'm going to try different surprises. I'm going to see what works. But on the penultimate lap of this race then, Bidzster versus TY. Has Growley coming for his pit stop? Did a 1:14 last time round, so that was either a mistake or a pit stop, but it will get clarified after the race whether he did pit, ladies and gentlemen, so don't worry, I will be watching that. TY then goes round towards the last corner then. Bidzster's got one more lap to make this work. Oh, TY goes wide on the last corner. Bidzster goes round him. So TY loses it on the last corner. I'm glad that wasn't the last lap of the race for TY, because it would have been meant losing the race. But Bidzster then in front. TY's got work to do here. Bidzster just got to keep TY behind for one race. Trust me, it's easier said than done. Around these corners then, Bidzster defends the inside. TY to the outside. TY looking for a switch back. Bidzster leaves the door firmly closed. Shuts the door that hard, he practically shuts it on his foot. Down the descent for the last time. Bidzster ahead of TY. Quick look back to see what else is happening on track. Callum getting past Neil, so a few cars lapping each other there, so nothing spectacular as Bidzster then up the hill for the last time. Doing well, using all the overtake he's got left. He's on it, he's on it, he's on it. Press it, press it, press it. TY trying to... Well, he's not really using this because I don't think he's got a button assigned, but Bidzster looks like he's going to take this one. And Bidzster goes wide. Could that be a track limit penalty at the end? To the line we go. Bidzster's got it. And it's a penalty. Oh no, TY takes the win because of the penalty. Bidzster then wins on the track, but phenomenal race between the two of them. And TY takes the win because Bidzster got a half-second penalty on the line. So it's going to be Growley and Keith are very close on the line as well. Missed out on the line, but that was very close between them two. Keith just getting 7th there from Growley. Seat's going to come through in 3rd position. Callum in 4th. Good race by them as well. Homesick, he's going to be 5th, and he's just behind Neil Farmack there on the line. Techno's going to be in 6th, he's on the gravel. So all a bit topsy-turvy there, but we've got a few cars finishing here. Gummy Bear, Rodders and Firepower on the line. Very close, but it was just Rodders from Firepower on the line. Brilliant. Let's just have a quick look back at that again, guys. Rodders goes wide there. Firepower closes up. This is how close it's going to be. Pulls out, but just can't do it. Brilliant there from Firepower and Rodders, but we'll just get those results confirmed for you now, guys. Okay, here's a replay what happened to Keith and Growley on the last few corners then. So going round here, Growley's got some good pace, but he goes to the inside on the last corner, loses his line, goes wide, and Keith just avoids him. Very good avoidance there from Keith, and that's how he took 7th on the line. Okay guys, here's the result. Sorry it looks a bit weird, I just had to take a different screenshot on it. So, TY wins that race from Bidzster then, because Bidzster gets that penalty on the line. Dramatic finish that race. Seat 1 in 3rd, Callum 4th, Homesick 5th, Techno in 6th, 7th is Keith, 8th is Growley, then it's 9th for Gummy Bear, Rodders in 10th, Firepower down in 11th, and 12th is Thundercat. TY with the fastest lap of the race then, just in the bottom right corner, is a 1:04.6. And after that, on to the points. It is Bidzster on 179 points in the lead from Seat 1 on 154. TY on 145 from Homesick on 137. Neil 132. 126 for Keith and 121 for Rodders. Techno on 107 in 8th place. Then it is Firepower on 83. 74 for Jamo, Gummy Bear on 59, 54 for Thingamajig, 52 for Will, so quite close there, 28 for Thundercat, Hoytman on 15. Then we've got our wild cards at the bottom, which is Callum on 105, and then we've got Unforgiven 67, Growly Bear on 70. So the wild cards are the ones that have not featured much in this championship. And now on to the teams. It is Williams in the lead on 305. Then it's Nakajima Honda on 289. Sunoco Toyota on 206. 197 for Marlboro Honda. Then VRC Honda on 191. And 190 for Skidmore Honda as well. So 1 point between them. That'll be close for the rest of the championship. And then we've got Mugen on 87 points. So after that then, it is TY who wins that race. Not the blue car in front, but the yellow one behind. TY, there he is, takes the win there in the Marlboro Honda. Well done to him. Bidzster actually did win on the track, but TY then gets the win because of Bidzster's penalty. So, well done to all that took part in that, and we will see you guys next time for round 5 of this championship at Suzuka. Take care, guys.